Oh my god, what a buck. What an unbelievable buck right there. What you're looking at is a 240-inch whitetail coming in right to the bait. Yesterday I was doing some scouting out here on the Mississippi Acres map, and I was trying to find a really good spot where we could hunt for bear, wild hog, and whitetail all at the same time. Well, I spent a ton of time looking around trying to find a tree that we could actually put a stand in, and I was unfortunately unable to find one. But I did, however, find something else that just might work out. So I really wanted to set up a tree stand here in this particular location, but unfortunately I couldn't find one single tree along this whole brush row and that whole woods back there, as well as this whole woods here, to be able to set up a tree stand in order to be able to have two different feeders on the same spot. But fortunately for us, I found this tower stand. Well, it's kind of a tower stand. It's like a little tower blind thing. It's actually elevated a little bit more than I thought it was going to be, so this could work. And what I'm thinking about doing is setting up a deer feeder right here at 250 yards. And then if we go this way 200 yards, then actually we don't even need to be 200 yards. We only need to be 150 this way. We could set up our hog slash bear bait right here. So then we'll be able to potentially hunt for two different animals in the same stand. Well, technically that's 3. But this would make 4. And there's a gobbler right there. A real nice gobbler. He's out there at about 90 yards out from us, so a little too far for a shot with the recurve bow. But still pretty cool to know that he's here. And when we come back next time, maybe we just might have to bring the turkey caller. And maybe even a decoy. Who knows? Alright, so we're going to put our feeder right here for the deer. And that's going to be 250 yards away, which we will set up here. There's a little opening here, so I wouldn't mind having it like right there. All right, we'll do that. And then put some feed in it. Yeah, I'm actually very much looking forward to seeing what kind of deer come out of this woods, because we literally have 3 different deer bedding zones in here, and we have 3 different feeding zones in here. This woods is pretty big here, so who knows what's all in there. As you can see, there's already some whitetail right there, just like that. Yeah, it's a really good spot. Really good spot. And then we're gonna be able to put our bear bait slash hog feeder right here. Actually, this is a pretty good spot considering it's only like 120 yards out. Ooh, 100 yards away. That actually might be even too close for this spot, because we have our tent set up right here, 120. And yeah, that potentially could mess up this whole location here. I think we really need to put it further away. Yeah, let's put it over here. We don't really need to put it all the way on the other side, but at least a pretty good ways. There's kind of the ledge there that we can typically see. And so maybe we'll put it right here. Could be good. Yeah, we gotta put it right there. Right there. So that should be 200. 180. Good enough. Good enough. All right, sour fermented mash. It'll be pretty cool to get some bear to come in here with some hogs as well at the same time. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pull that off, but it would be pretty cool if that would happen. Okay, guys, it's the next morning now, and we just got out here to our tower stand. Well, take a look right over there. There's our feeder, and if you look closely, you can see a massive rack sticking up on that buck. That is a giant. You're talking, that's a 230 to 240 inch whitetail. Not bad for our first attempt at heading to our feeder. And there's another one right there. That is a 200 plus. But then there's even more whitetail in the background over here. Some that we haven't even gotten a chance to see yet. There's another buck there and another buck there. Looks like there's a rabbit coming in over there. But then over here, there's a black bear at 230. Holy, that's gonna be almost impossible. We'd have better off trying to take down this fox than hitting this bear. I can't even see the bear. Oh, now I see it. Okay. 230. All right, now I lost it. There it is. Got him. Dropped him. So now, hopefully none of these spooked. Oh, hold up. Hold up. Oh my God, he's running in. Our max weight gobbler is coming in, guys. Heck yeah. And it looks like our big buck stepped out in the open. So now we finally have a shot. If that's him, that is. Well, if he picked up his head, then we would know. Oh, he's strutting right there. Full strut. Oh my God, coming in full strut. He's out there at about 250. All right, we got him in range at 40 yards out. The thing is, I can't tell which direction he's gonna go. Is he gonna go left or right? Which window can we shoot out of? Because we can't shoot out of this window for sure. I could almost smoke him right there. If you would just come a little closer. Come on. Oh, perfect shot. Yes. We must have almost heart shot that thing. I thought we were holding just a tad bit low, but it dropped him, so it definitely connected pretty well. And guess what, guys? Our big gobbler is running in right now. Look at this. Holy, is that a big gobbler? And the other one should be coming in from over here. There's the hen. All right, looks like this guy's gonna come in right to our turkey there. This guy is 20 yards away. Oh, look at this. Oh. No way. We honestly can't let him get any closer. Texas heart shot. Got him. Yes! We did it! No way! We freaking doubled up! Are you kidding me? Oh, wow. Took a nice Texas heart shot on that one there. And then this one, we let one fly at about 30, 35. I thought we might have been a little bit high, but somehow we connected because he went straight down. Wow. That was awesome. And our giant buck is about to give us a shot. Right out there. Oh, there's another dandy. Look at that. A big 180 buck just came in. Right there. Did I say 180? That's a 200 minus. Holy, look at the deer out there. Ooh, all right. Well, since we actually have a nice broadside shot on this beautiful 220-inch whitetail here, we're going to be taking it. He's out there at about 250 right there. Now, that's not the biggest one, but it's the only shot that we have. The biggest one is right there, and we don't quite have a good angle for a shot. However, I'm not worried. We will definitely come back in the future and get another opportunity. Look at, here comes these whitetail. Look at all the whitetail. We're gonna end up having like 15 whitetail on this one feeder at the same time. See, there's another whitetail stop there. All right, here we go. 250 yards. We shouldn't really have much drop. We're gonna have a tiny bit though. Smoked him. Smoked him. There goes the big one. And did our buck go down? Oh my God, is that a giant? Our buck must have went down because I lost sight of him. Over in here somewhere. That was the last place I saw him. Oh! That is not the same buck. That is another giant whitetail buck. I'm not sure where the heck this thing came from, but that's a 220-inch buck. I don't think we're gonna be able to pass this thing up, guys. I really don't. Oh, another dandy 180 there. Holy. This is unbelievable. And we already got action back over here on our feeder. But I don't know if this buck's gonna come back. And so we are not going to pass up this opportunity. Smoked him. He's going down! Right there! All right! Holy, that thing was an awesome buck. He's got the stickers everywhere. He definitely has that 220-inch rack. Ooh, that's another dandy buck there too. That's a 180. Well, if he gives us a shot, I don't think we're going to pass him up either, because then we can pick both these up side by side. That is if he gives us a shot. I'm not taking a bad angle though. Right there, that is not a good angle, but that is definitely a perfect angle. Oh, he is smoked. Perfect double lung shot, and he's going down right there. All right, so our first buck should be laying there. There's the first one. And there's the second one. Yeah, they're about 20 yards apart, maybe less. All right, so the 180 that we just took down in the end there, and that huge 220-inch whitetail should be down right over here in this cotton field. But the thing is, it's going to be extremely difficult to find both these bucks, mainly because they blend right in here, unless that's him there. Nope, that's not. See, I thought that was him, but it's definitely not. Pretty sure he was right here, but I don't see him anywhere. It's a lot more difficult to see than you. There he is. All right, so is this the first one or the second one? No, this is that is the first one. That's the 220-inch buck. So then the second one would be right there. All right, let's pick him up. It's gonna be a 218, and we got a double lung shot there, walking at 204 yards out. This rack is always a really cool rack because of the fact that it just looks all gnarly and has points everywhere. It's just a super, super sweet looking swamp buck. That's what it is. It's all main beams and a bunch of points. That pretty much sums up this buck. All right, then we got our 180 right here, which we actually got some pretty good blood here. And there's our buck. Went down in a rather unique position there, but a 181.92 and a perfect double lung shot. Almost got him in the heart at 228 yards. A very, very nice, respectable buck there. Anytime you see a wide buck with this many points, you definitely want to take the shot instantly. Of course, now we're going to go over here and get our giant 220-inch buck as well. We don't know exactly where he went down. In fact, I'm not even sure which direction he went. All I know is we definitely drilled him. Look at, there's still a couple of bucks here that were just laying there and we couldn't even really see them. Oh! Well, that explains a lot, I suppose. Meanwhile, I'm looking off in the distance trying to see a big rack running away, and I couldn't figure out why. Well, that's maybe because he's piled up right here. Now, I don't believe we took the shot here. Oh, actually, yeah, we did. We took the shot right here. So the question is, did he drop or did he take like 2 steps and then drop? To me, it seems like he took 2 steps and then dropped. But either way, he's an awesome buck. And the fact that we took him down right here next to this feeder is pretty incredible. All right, well, let's pick him up. It's going to be a 212.5 gold, and we got a 235-yard liver, lung, and stomach shot. So we hit him right behind the front shoulder. Probably could have held more for the upper front of the shoulder there, but either way, it was an awesome shot, and he went straight down instantly. But it is cool to be able to see the variance in the different antlers here. As you can see, this one's more of a high rack. It does have a lot of points, but it's more symmetrical. Whereas the other one, that swamp buck that had a bunch of points with long main beams, it kind of just went gnarly. And this one has really high G2s versus that one. Doesn't exactly have that. Then the other one over here is even more of a high rack, has more points, and has taller tines. Which, that one, I'm very much looking forward to seeing. Again, because we already saw him once. Of course, we'll put some more feed in here, but there are 2 bear over here. One there, and one there. And a gray fox. So, technically, we're still going to be able to get both of these on the same spot. I just don't know if any wild hogs are going to show up here. Hopefully they do. I've seen plenty of them right down in this corner here. They all walk right past. But then again, the wild hogs don't come out until 6. So we actually might have enough time to be able to get some of them. First off, I think it'd be a good idea to take down this bear before those big whitetail come back. So what we're gonna do is, since we have the AR-300, we'll grab that and go for a nice shot on this bear. Hopefully we can drop it. That way we don't have to worry about trying to track it in a little bit. Never mind. Wait, I could still maybe pull off a shot here in time to not scare everything else away. All right, 250. I don't really want to take a sitting shot like that. Nope, that thing's leaving. So that means we need to take a shot here soon. I really wish we could use the 257 on it, but we can't. All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, perfect shot. Dropped him right there. He's going down. Double lung spine shot. That was perfect. Can't beat that. And honestly, it's even better at the fact that we didn't drop him instantly. He took a couple steps and then fell over. Because otherwise he would have dropped next to that feeder. So now he's further away from the feeder. And there's the other bear. But meanwhile, these whitetails should be showing up here. Yep, right on time. Right on time. I mean, barely on time. Look at this. They're all on the way in right now. And one of these is going to be our giant. There he is. Right there. We pulled off that shot just barely in the nick of time. Oh my God, what a buck. What an unbelievable buck right there. What you're looking at is a 240-inch whitetail coming in right to the bait. Okay guys, so we've been waiting for quite a while now, and not only do we just have one, but we actually have two 200-inch bucks right here, side by side. They're between 195 and 200 inches. However, after enough time and patience, our giant 230-inch whitetail turned pretty much broadside and is now presenting us with a shot. He's 280 yards away, and we're gonna take the shot. So that goes to show you that after enough time and patience, the deer will eventually give you a shot. All right, we got a time. Oh, he actually stepped forward a little bit for us there. That's kind of perfect. Smoked him. Yes! He was quartered hard, so I wasn't exactly sure if we hit him far back enough to be able to get that liver and lung. But as you can see, he's already down. Now I'd like to get one of these 200-inch bucks here. Oh, that's a sweet buck right there. Got him. Smoked him. Yes! This guy, I don't believe we're going to be able to pull off a shot. I didn't realize, but he was just stopped right there. Oh my God. This shot was not good. That's all right. He should go down from that shot. We hit him solid, but it wasn't a perfect shot. We had him stop there, and we could have capitalized on that, but you know what? Can't ask for everything. We literally made two amazing shots on both of those bucks. And we finally got our 230-inch buck down. And you know what? I couldn't be happier. All right, I can now officially say, let's go get that giant buck. And we got a couple of bear to pick up along the way. Which those actually may be a little bit difficult to find. All right, here's our bear. And we made a double lung shot at 253 yards on the walk. Actually exited the shoulder weight on the other side. 17.44 and a 330 pounder. So just a decent sized bear. Again, it's extremely hard to see them in this stuff. Right here's one though. Right here is the second buck. It's a 182.14, and we got a nice double lung shot there at 250 yards. So then our first buck would have went this way. Well, he was standing like right here. Blood there from what though? Good blood. And if it was from here, it was running this way. There it is. Oh my God, we found him. There he is. Do you realize how difficult it was to find this thing? But he's gonna be a 236.34 gold, and we made a 287 yard. Perfect. And I mean, precisely perfect place shot on that buck. It was going straight for the heart and potentially even going to be a double lung shot. I was worried we weren't far enough back on that, but yeah, it was perfect. Definitely. Almost a 300 yard shot on this giant buck. From that angle there with his arm or his leg forward like that, it opened up the vitals perfectly. We could have honestly technically been another inch forward and we would have been fine. But as far as the heart goes, you wouldn't have wanted it in another place than that right there. What a buck, what a shot, and what a turnout this has been right here. Man, that's a sweet looking buck. See what I mean? This buck has a high rack with a ton of points, but every point is really, really tall. And that's what makes this buck super unique. These bucks right here are what it's all about. Wow, even that angle, just so impressive. All right, well, there we have it. There we have it. Finally, we got a bear to come into our bait. He's out there at 300 yards, and we're gonna be going for the shot with the AR-308. All right. Let's see if we can't hold it right on his front shoulder. Actually, is he really 300? 280. So we'd have to hold a little high. Right there should be good though. Looks like a bunch of turkey are taking off here. Couple gobblers, and our buck got a little attentive of that. Holy, look at the racks. My God. All right, here we go. He's turning broadside. Turning broadside. Oh my God. We smoked him. Whew. I thought we might have dropped a little bit low, to be quite honest on that. But yeah, no, he went down really quickly. There's another beautiful 200-inch buck right there. So if we can get a shot at one of them, I am not about to pass it up. Oh, that's him, that's him, that's him. The problem is there's so many other deer here in the way that the icon keeps popping up and it's throwing off my aiming abilities. Oh, that thing is smoked. Yeah, he's going down hard. All right, so we got two now. And actually, the best part is we're taking such far shots here that none of the deer are even knowing what's happening. Oh, they're right there, right there, right there. Ah, he's gone. He trotted away on me. Wait, wait, wait. Yeah, I figured there'd be more bear here, but I mean, yeah, there are some, but not stacks of them. And I can't figure out why we can't get loads of bear to come in right now. Oh, speaking of bear, look at this. Another bear coming across the open here, right in front of us. And even though it's not on a bait yet, well, let's let it get a little bit closer. All right, here we go. This bear is gonna come out right through here. Right there. Right in the cotton field. Oh, there's the other bear. Two bear. And there's, of course, a 180 buck right there in the back. All right, let's see where he's heading to. Got him at 160 right there. He's kind of headed to the bait, but not quite. Anyways, we got him right where we want him. All right, now he's gonna trot. There's the bait. Stop. Stop. Oh, now he's going straight away from us. I can barely see him now. Well, we gotta wait till he turns a little more. Good enough. Good enough. We'll help bring him down right there. Whew. Good shots. Alrighty, let's go grab that bear, and then we'll head over to grab the whitetail, which the bear should be right over here. Oh, I see him. Look at this. I see our bear and one of the bucks. That's the 180 buck that we got in the end. And our 220 or 230 buck ran over here somewhere. Yeah, there's some blood there. Not sure where he ended up, but pretty cool. Cool stuff. All right, here's the bear. Looks like we didn't get a vital hit on it. Shot it in the intestine running away. Got high, and then we shot it again in the spine, 18.4. Decent one. And then here's this 180 buck. Nice double lung there. Top of the lung at 220. And to find the big one now. Good blood. Really, really good blood. It had to have gone this way. And I don't see any more blood. It truly is amazing how they disappear in this stuff. It truly is. All right, come on. What do we got? What do we got here? There's our stand. I mean, there's our feeder. There's our stand. We could technically hunt from this stand too. The only thing is I wouldn't want to hunt from here because all the deer come from behind us. So yeah, I'm not seeing them. There's no way. He must have ran a little ways or something. Had to have. And like I said, the worst part is I have no clue what direction he went. More deer coming back in. Whoa, now we got bears calling here. That's crazy. We have really good blood right there and then nothing. All right, that basically means he had to have ran that way. Had to have. So let's mark that direction and go look. I honestly thought we'd be able to find this thing, but I believe we're gonna have to get our dog. Unless we can use this. I just don't understand how you can have such good blood right here. And then no more blood at all. Aside from the fact that there's no deer. We don't even really need to have blood. But then again, could be piled up somewhere in this cotton field and maybe he just blends in with it for some reason. I'm gonna look one more time. And if I can't find him, we're gonna go get Chance. Oh my god, we found him. Yes! No wonder why we couldn't find him. Look at where he went down, you guys. Look at this. Right there's the tree that we were in. We were literally looking right at this buck and we couldn't see it. Right there, that tree. And our buck is piled up right here. We never would have found this deer. I can't even believe we found him right now. The only way we found him is the fact that I could see the white stomach sticking out there and the brown fur. And I thought, wait a second, that looks a lot like a deer. And sure enough, it was. Look at where it went down. You could look every single one of these rows, just like this right here. Nothing. All the way through there, nothing. Then you come like this, all the way through there, nothing. So you go to the next. Unless you were literally walking through the middle, you never would have seen this deer. But thank goodness we found him. And it's gonna be a 215.6 gold. We made a 268 yard perfect lung shot. As he was stepping forward there, we just absolutely smoked that buck. Almost got him in the front of the heart. And that is a sweet rack on this thing. My goodness. Look at that. That's all main beam, a ton of points, really tall G2s, and some pretty good mass. Well, anyways, that's gonna wrap up this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you did, definitely hit the hype button down below and like the video if you liked it as well. So that's gonna be it. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. So anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you liked it, make sure you hit the hype button and the like button down below. Thank you so much for the comments and the feedback. I appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. That was a tough one. All right, so here's kind of the setup that we have for today. Basically, we have the outpost right here, the Panola East Mobile Home, and we have a tent right here. Now, the tent leads us to this tower stand that we have right here. And from this tower stand, we have our deer feeder here, and we have our bear bait over here, as well as potentially even hogs. They might come in too. But yeah, this is 220 yards away, and this is 240 yards away. As long as it's at least 400 yards apart from each other, it will work.